One available to start or come in for relief. 2-2 on the way. That one roped to left field, and there is a leadoff single for Lagi Quiroga.
So the width.
Butler, that one finds its way to right field, and Cal in business. The first two batters aboard, Quiroga and Butler, with singles off of Bigham.
But you can tell Cal's prepared, especially down in the zone right now.
This is everything the Golden Bears could ask for to start the game. The first three batters have now reached a couple of singles and a walk delivered to Anders.
Said the strength of Bingham is that she doesn't miss on the plate, but the weakness is that she doesn't miss on the plate.
This one over to second. They go home, and they get the force for the first out of the ball game. Cabral with the throw home, and Bella Cabral has been rock solid defensively.
And higher, or even work off the plate.
Chased it upstairs, and that is a huge strikeout for Eden Bigham. Two coming up. Chopped over to third, slow roller, the throw to first, not in time, and Cal is on the board. Game, Cal has scored first.
Well, Phillips just tops this one, a slow roller, but the speed of Phillips allows Cal to score because she beats that infield single out. Great pitch execution by Bingham, but you don't always have to hit it hard.
Close things out on Friday night. All-ACC first-teamer with pitch number 38 of the first. And it ends the top half of the frame with her second strikeout. They walk-off hit in the 8th inning in a 6-5 Virginia win. Takes this one to left field and picks up right where she left off. That one misses, full count on the way to Ayer. And Hilton takes
take off on. Change up in the dirt.
Ayer back at it, base hit to left field. Hilton will hold up. Here comes Ayer sliding into second, and there are two in scoring position for the Hoos. So the Cavaliers trailing early here. But looking for the sweep today is Bella Cabral skies one with runners on first and second. That will be deep enough to tie the game as Hilton comes home to score. And we're all knotted up at one. Alex Loeb and Kat Osterman with you here again for the series finale from Palm. Eaton back up the middle, scooped up by Tepperson, checks the runner, who eventually goes home. And the Cavaliers have jumped in front 2-1 here in the bottom half of the first.
Both sides now not having to hit the ball extremely hard to get an RBI. Tepperson checks Ayers at third, but as soon as she takes off running, Ayers breaks for home. As a pitcher, you can't run and flip that over unless you're going to keep your eye on the runner the whole way. As soon as she turned her back, Ayer took off and gave Virginia the effort has been there. One through 7 innings, first pitch to last pitch. They know they're never out of it.
Tepperson with the toss over to first. So the inning comes to an end. Cal strikes first, but the Cavs respond. Chopped over to second, backhanded by Cabral, who's been a machine, but that one just a bit too late.
As we've talked about, Alex, though, Cal Bears getting a lot of looks at Bigham. It's her 5th full count.
Counts, lays down the bunt. She does it.
If anybody had asked for that to be reviewed, they would have had to uphold it just because there's no conclusive evidence to overturn, but that was about as bang-bang as you can get.
On to first goes Hilton, so now
series, Butler is going to be that athlete game over game for Cal.
And earns another walk. Runners on the corners with 2 away. Walks. But when she is on, there aren't many better in the conference. 1-2 on the way. Throw over to second. They have the trailing runner in a rundown. However, the lead runner scored first, and we are tied at 2. We'll recap the situation coming up after the break. A back-and-forth affair here in the hit as the latest one just moments ago before the break, Kat, as Cal putting on the steal, and it pays off in the tying run.
Chelsea Spencer manufacturing the tying run here. She has.
You think the catcher should hold off on?
It just depends right now early in the game, and with the fact that Virginia's been able to put up runs against Cal's offense, or excuse me, Cal's pitching, you just take the chance on getting the out. You're not afraid to give up a run.
And then Stanford and Liberty. There's a walk, 2 aboard, and by the way, Cal no slouch either. They're receiving votes in the latest poll. Got her first strikeout of the contest for Annabelle Tepperson. Tepperson ready to go. Running it is Phillips, the toss to first in time, and the runners advance with now Tepperson ready to go. Running it is Phillips, the toss to first in time, and the runners advance with now 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Well, here is Jade Hilton, a dangerous hitter, singled in the first inning, the All-ACC first-teamer with 2 in scoring position. Takes this one to left. Her second hit of the day will put Virginia back on top here in the second. Hilton does it again.
Hilton, first inside pitch she sees, just drives this in the 5-6 hole. The key here for Virginia, 3 RBIs now with 2 outs. Not try to do too much here.
Throw over to second, and they do get Hilton trying to get into scoring position. So the inning comes to an end, but Virginia retakes the lead, up by 1 after 2. Golden Bears to 37 wins, their most in nearly a decade. They're looking to rally. Acacia Anders leading things off here in the third, and chased it. Strike 3, the 3rd K of the day for Bigham.
A lot of walks. Have to be able to flirt with that line enough that you're getting calls, and then you can stretch to get athletes to chase.
Has walked 2 so far today, and there is number 3. And they've all come to the top half of the line. And the inning came to an end. 1-2 meanwhile. That one poked over the head of the shortstop, Hilton. Go with a nice piece of hitting, and sliding in safely is Pond at third. Runners on the corners for... Snared by Bigham. Tracking the runner, goes home, and she is safe. We are tied up again, this time at 3.
Pond's hand may not have been where she put the glove. You see here, she gets Pond going home. That throw high. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, the original tag of the glove down hits the dirt and not Pond's hand. Pond keeps that hand.
Formerly an assistant for Mike White with Texas. And the call will stand. Pond is safe at home. Cal ties it up
on 2 strikes. Shorten it up, being able to put the ball in play. They're behind in the count.
Ali Medina to left center. That one off the glove of Air. That's going to bring home at least another run. Here comes his second, and Cal ball has gone up by 2 here in Virginia. Start yesterday comes through in her start today.
This first pitch on the outer half and up in the zone. Medina just drives it the other way. Here gave chase just right off the tip of her glove, but heads up by Caitlin Jones.
And now getting close to 90. Payoff pitch. That's a fair ball, bobbled by Kuhn. By the time she picks it up, everybody's safe. So Marshall gets the best of that at bat. 2 on, still 1 away.
A lot of work.
Absolutely. 3-1 on the way to the 9-hitter. And walked her. So there's going to be 2 on. Or make it bases loaded, excuse me, for the top of the order.
Especially here in game 3.
Chance to break this game open. She sends one to right field. That's going to drop in. Here comes 1 run, a second on its way. And that is a 2-run single off the bat of Lagi Quiroga.
For Cal. You see, just going with this pitch. Quiroga let up a little bit. She thought Eaton might actually make the catch out there in right field. But Cal doing some great 2-strike hitting here in this game against Bigham. Able to shorten up and just get the ball in.
Keisha Anders due up in her usual spot in the lineup, batting third. She walked in the first inning. Drops down the bunt. Henley scoops it up, and that will be called an out. Here in the final game of the series. 1-2 from Henley, got her. Savannah Henley pumped after coming out of the dugout. That is just what Virginia needed. A couple of quick outs. They're chopped over to first, and Bell is there. Well, Kaffer Tepperson, I mean, she had a lengthy break during that top half.
Outs. And right now, Tepperson has been up to the task.
This is what Virginia needs, base runners, and they do get one as Cabral earns the 1-out walk. I want to remind you, next Sunday.
They have a ground out in the first inning to Tepperson herself.
Scooped up by Tepperson, nice play in the circle, 2 away.
Able to do that both with her drop and her change.
Up the middle, waiting for it is Anders, makes the play. Another ground ball induced by Tepperson. Starting to get into rhythm now. Cal still up by 4.
Didn't allow any more scoring. She's back out to work now.
Here is Tiana Bell. That one stared by Cabral, who is just taking the series. But you knew a Chelsea Spencer coach squad would do anything but quit, as there is a 1-out base knock by Mia Phillips. Ali Medina drops down the bunt. Henley spins around and gets the out. 2 away.
Great play by Henley there. That's not easy series. So, as you mentioned, Chelsea Spencer squad, they put up a fight.
Marshall Cabral eats that one up. And Henley does do her job and keep the Golden Bears off the board to try and adjust to the big time change. Go to the East Coast for the first time in a number of years. Marshall, 1 away. Again, this one West Coast time. Pacific time was at 10 a.m.
Practice.
That's one of the first fly balls we've seen all day, and will be deposited in right field. Before that, it was
Defense and the pitcher just kind of brushed it off because Tepperson actually threw a good pitch and jammed Hargrove.
Another bloop over to right. This one hauled in by Phillips, and they will double up the Cavaliers just like that. The inning comes to an end, and
yeah, a lot of people are worried about the wins and losses, and Chelsea Spencer, while they want to win, wants everyone to love what they're watching.
Marshall Marshall retired.
But, you know, their 16-game winning streak snapped, going into the East Coast and travel, all the different things.
This one lifted to deep right center. That will bounce around off the bat of Kaylee Counts, who's digging for third. Uh-oh, running out of real estate. They got her in a rundown, and she is finally tagged after the extra base hit. Elon Butler didn't realize what the count was. That will be her third walk of the game. You're
absolutely correct. Chelsea Spencer wants them to be able to cash in as much as possible.
Backhanded by Eaton and steps on the bag. The defense getting the job done. We move on to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Still a 4-run game. Count 1 and 2. They're leading off the fifth inning. Here in the bottom half. Sound like a broken record, yet another ground ball induced by Tepperson. Stop, don't round third. It was nearly a disaster, but Eaton ended up not touching the bag, headed home. And that was your ball game. 2 away, meanwhile.
And Cal against Bigham versus Virginia against Tepperson.
Here gives one a ride to deep right center, but making the grab is Medina. So that'll do it here for inning number 5.
Memories.
Travel, definitely different than in years past. Again, the first East Coast road trip to Cal in a number of years as they earned.
Virginia and Clemson, and then Syracuse.
I mean, Berkeley's about as polar opposite as Syracuse as you can find. There's a base knock. Sliding in to keep it from going to the wall is Hackett. But Cal still in business. Both runners safe. Runners on the corners. 2 hits today, driving in a run in the first inning. And as a true freshman, has been one of the best hitters on the team this year. Batting .414. She takes ball 1. As now 2 in scoring position.
Virginia right now, you have to be cognizant of the fact that this part of Cal's lineup.
Phillips comes through again, 3rd hit of the day. Here comes his 2nd run. And how about the freshman Mia Phillips? 3 hits and 3 RBIs here in the series finale.
Impactful for Cal. They had 5 of their 10 hits, make it 6 of 11 now. 5 through 8. But Phillips just goes with this pitch. You see Virginia playing in with a runner on 3rd. That gets through the 3-4 hole. But
2 runs more for the Bears, and Virginia's in potential run rule territory as they would be down by 8. There's another stolen base for Cal.
Stop. Chelsea Spencer's not going to let up. If they can walk away with a run rule victory, they're going to try.
Another runner caught in a run down the throw home in time. They do get Mia Phillips. So the first out of the inning there. Again, trying to prevent the squad from going into potential run rule territory. Seen Cal evade some rundowns in this one, but Virginia with clean defense on that play.
Yeah, Virginia able.
So runner on 2nd with 1 away. Nylan Marshall takes the 0-1 to center field. Medina will hold up at 3rd. And Marshall, meanwhile, wisely scoots on down to 2nd. Counts. And that one will dribble past Tilton. 2 runs do come in. The throw off target. And Cal is now up by 8. And Virginia will be down to their last 3 outs when we hit the bottom of the 6th inning.
Cal Bears just continuing to pour it on. This pitch comes back over the plate too much. Counts able to pull that hard through the 5-6 hole. A diving Hilton couldn't stop that one. 14th game this season now that Cal has 10 or plus hits. And Virginia just does not have an answer for the Cal Bears.
One out, top of the order, Lagi Quiroga, who has 3 hits, swinging at the first pitch. Backing up is Cabral, 2 away. That one sent to right field, and Elon Butler has reached for the 5th time today, and that'll make it 12-3 Golden Bears. What a job at the plate by the...
Another 2-strike hit by Cal. This time Butler, a pitch on the outer half, elevated up in the zone. She drives that through the 3-4 hole. Able to bring home counts. Still have to be careful around the zone, change speeds. Henley hasn't changed speeds as much as I thought she would coming in.
And gets called strike 3, so here we go. The Cavaliers down to their last 3 outs as Verde. Macy Eaton, leadoff hitter aboard. I want to remind you, coming up after this one, Wake Forest and Clemson baseball. Cavaliers, 3 runs off 6 hits, 1 error for Cal, 12 runs, 14 hits, and clean defense. That one snared over at third. Marshall, we talked about that D, and there it was at the hot corner.
Balls, her defense played behind her. It's not always about the swing and miss and the strikeout numbers to be a good and effective pitcher, especially in the college game.
The runner will advance to second as that one got away from Quiroga.
The longest streak since 1999.
Over to short, bit of hesitation. They do have Cabral on a rundown. Over to third. The tag made it second. The throw to first.
Keep themselves in a good position here in this inning.
Another look you can see over at short was Anders.
And there you see Cabral gets herself hung up. Now she has the right of way to the bag. So now Kuhn retreats, and notice how there's no umpire over here by first base to see the tag.
Here is the call. It stands. 7 overall. 6-3 in the conference. Grounder will find its way to left field. Virginia not dead yet. Pitch number 117 on the day. And that will walk in a run. Hackett's only 2 career home runs have come this season. Swings at the 3-1, and that will do it. Cal run rules Virginia in a big ACC win for the Golden Bears here in their first season in the conference, Cat.
Cal scored early, they scored often, and they got the pitching performance they needed in order to keep Virginia off the board late in the game.
Cal with a 12-3 victory as they pick up the win in the series finale. Virginia takes the series 2-1 for Cat Osterman. I'm Alex Loeb. Thanks so much for watching. We now send you over to Wake Forest and Clemson baseball.